This is Unity, Joy of Life. I'm Nancy Norman, and this is your weekly wisdom. Success at any age. You know, so often we think that unless we've made it at age 30 or age 40, well, life is over. We haven't got it. We haven't got a chance to be a success. But nothing could be further from the truth. Let's take a look at some people who made a success of their lives, no matter what their age was. Julia Childs. She worked in advertising and media, and it wasn't until she was 50 years old that she wrote her first cookbook and became a celebrity chef into her 80s. Vera Wang was a figure skater and a journalist and decided to go into fashion design. Well, she hasn't looked back, and her wonderful creations have graced our world. Grandma Moses, famous painter, she didn't even start painting until she was 78, and she painted well into her hundreds. The author, Laura Ingalls Wilder, she was 65 when she wrote her first book, Little House on the Prairie. Actress Judith Dench, her career didn't take off until she was well into her 60s. Hey, it's never too late. The secret is to find what you love to do and to do it. Find what you love to do and do it. In Proverbs 3:6, we read, "In everything you do, put God first, and He will direct you and crown your efforts with success." A number of years ago, I had the opportunity of hearing Neil Walsh of Conversations with God fame. Neil had reached the bottom. He had reached a point in his life where nothing was working. He'd forgotten who he was. He'd forgotten any dreams that he had had. He said that in his teen years, he was very proud of his hair. So he said, in my teen years, I would say, I am my hair. In my 20s, it was cars. I am my car. In the 30s, it was women. I am who I date. In the 40s, the car again. I am my car. In the 50s, family. I am my family. But things weren't going well for Neil. They were not going well at all. And one day he came home to an empty house. Totally empty. Everything was gone. All of his wife's clothes were gone. All the furniture was gone, except, interesting enough, his chair was still there, and his clothes were still there. And he thought, oh my God, we've been robbed. And the burglar must have been a woman, because all of everything that's gone is a woman's things. Well, nothing was working out for Neil. He lost everything. He was homeless, and he'd really hit bottom. Finally, at last, he turned to God, and he asked for help. Just plain help. God, help me. And he got an answer. You know what the answer was? The answer was, God said, you know, I want to have a conversation with you, so meet me every morning at 4:50 in the morning. Well, Neil had a conversation with God every single morning at 4:50. And it was through those conversations and through that spiritual ritual that he found the secret to life. And what is the secret to life? To be willing to be open. To be willing to open ourselves up to God's wisdom within us. And to be willing to see the beauty that we are surrounded by. The truth that he found that worked for him as he had these conversations with God was, we're all one. We're one with God, and we're one, and God is one with us, and we're one. We're all one loving family. Another truth that he realized was there's always enough. There's never a lack or limitation of anything. There's always enough. God always provides. And the third truth was that God heals everything. And God healed Neil. Well, We know the rest of the story. He became very successful and has never looked back. We've all read his books, Conversations with God. What lessons we've learned from those. So what is the lesson for us today? It's never too late. Never too late to begin what we want to begin. It's never too late to become a success, so we can start it now. I encourage you to not be discouraged, to lift your vision, lift your thought, stop believing in what everyone else says, and don't stop believing in your dreams. Lift your vision. Believe in those dreams. In everything you do, put God first, and He will direct you, and He will crown your efforts with success. God bless you, and have a wonderful, wonderful week.